Cups. A Million Cups is all about supporting the startups and moving them forward in your community. So each week we have 1 to 2 presenters. This week we have one, and it's a 6-minute presentation followed by 20 minutes of questions and answers. So when Chris turns it over and says, I open it up for questions, then that's your time to raise your hands and ask them all sorts of interesting questions about their business and what they're working on. But before I turn it over to Chris, there's a couple of little things. One of them is there are slips of paper in the back of the room that are for a survey. The greenhouse is doing a business survey, trying to know what's important to businesses, what the city and the chamber can focus on to improve the small business climate in St. Petersburg. So if you want to grab a slip of paper and take their quick survey, that information will really help them as they develop their focus going forward in the next 1 to 5 years.
Is that a new survey?
It is a new survey.
Okay, it came out, because I do have a survey.
Yes. Carly, do you know when it came out? It did last week.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, it's brand spanking new. So slips of paper. The other thing we want to bring your attention is for the last 4 to 5 weeks, we've had a lot of our caregiver accelerator companies up here presenting, and they were presenting to become finalists in the pitch competition this next week on Tuesday. So thank you for your kind and generous feedback, questions, everybody in the audience who were judges for us, and we recruited week after week. We have narrowed it down to the 6 that will be pitching next Tuesday at 2 p.m. at the Palladium, and they are access and design. Yay. Thank you. Artistas Development Center, Marby, Memento, and Design 2030. So if you are interested in finding out more, please go to the 1 Million Cups YouTube channel. You can see their presentations or come to the Palladium 2 to 5 on Tuesday, and we look forward to your support. With that, I'm turn over to Chris to learn all about what you're up to.
Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Sean, Daniel, all, Mary, all the team at 1 Million Cups, we really appreciate that we were back. And I just want to let you know that we're Bambu Eco Salon, and we are here in your community to make a difference. We have come here once before teaching you actually about just the salon. We've actually since went out and developed a lot more things, so we're actually here to tell you today about our phyto extraction program and just exactly where it's at. I do want to remind you about what we are, and we are a salon that's offering highly executed hair salon services while making a profound impact on the environment. We've looked into problems that most salons don't bother to deal with, and that's cancer. One of our lines actually has $2 billion of research and development done to focus on carcinogens within the products. That line actually has the only salt as actually being a healing salt, non-caustic, non-carcinogenic. So very interesting things that we've done. We are wanting to define eco in the salon industry. We want to get into the practices that contribute to a sustainable living by contributing to the environment. We want to get away of greenwashing and get away from this wonderful word called organic that people love to put on that. We want you to think of a world less toxic, respecting the balance between a person and their environment. Imagine what that could do. Believe that there is a salon out there creating this unique salon experience, and that is Bambu the Eco Salon. Our target is anyone who's trying to do good for their body and the earth. Our scalability was to envision a program, and that's exactly what we did, and that's what we're here about today. We had goals to come out into the community. We did exactly that. We've partnership now with the Chamber of Commerce. I am the Sustainability Task Force Chair for the Green Business Certification. That's a long title, but I hope to have amazing results from it. We have brought on 4 new producers for our organic beard supply. All local, Florida, homegrown products. Simply Scented, a soap that saved my life. The reason that I did what I wanted to do, why Josh and I made Bambu, is because I can't use something as simple as dial soap because they don't respect the ingredients in their products. Miss E Beauty, and without a doubt, Spathos. saving St. Petersburg one palm frond at a time through wearable art. We love people doing what Spathos and these wonderful producers are doing. Our recent accomplishments. We started out our first year at 6 bags. We raised sales, but we also raised trash to 9 bags. We actually reduced our overall usage for annual trash by 1 bag. Bag number 22 is sitting in the salon, hoping that it'll last until June or July, and fiscal year will be complete, and we will have 5.2 bags of trash. Introduce the plant system. We said that we were going to scale this out, and that's exactly what we've done. That's what I'm here today to tell you about, is the study that we've started on the air quality. We just achieved one of our biggest awards, and one that I'm super proud about, that beautiful green. It works exactly with the salon. But we got the small business for the Sustainable Business of the Year. We just started our Green Business Partnership with the University of Florida, Pinellas County Extension Office. What I'm going to do there is actually work directly with Mary Campbell, and we're going to actually go out into the community, getting people to actually use plants as a filtration system, teaching people and educating the community on what all we have to do in order for that actual milk jug to get recycled. We have to wash our foils at the salon, for instance. We had to go through a lot to get that done. We've started a straw program where we're recycling straws into art. But what we're here about today is Bambu, the experience of phytoextraction. What we've done is we've strategically placed these wonderful little plants. And we think that's ugly, and that does nothing, and we're going to kill it, and all these things come out of people's mouth when I say we're using plants, and you should use them. Well, it's still on my desk when I water it. How old do you think that plant's? How old do you think the plant is?
2 years.
4 years old. Never had the dirt changed. Barely had any water. And it's removing ammonia, acetone, benzene, formaldehyde. All these things sound familiar, ladies? Guys, you may not know you were sitting next to it, but it actually works. Ladies, they knew it was on their scalp. They knew what was going on. We're here to show you that VOCs are existing in the air. We have developed and worked with an NASA study, but developed an implementation program that's actually focusing on reading the air quality in your environment, seeing what VOCs are out there. Knowing that our first study, and I'm just going to go through this is a lot of science, but I want you to know what we've done to really show this process is vital. In this process, as we've implemented and as we took all this into it, the first weekend that this new office opened up with all its wonderful plasticwares, spiked on its first hour of the actual air filtration system shutting down. In 1 hour, spiked 0.6% in formaldehyde alone. Over the weekend, meaning that someone was working in a 2% of formaldehyde environment. You breathe outside, 0.42 or less. We quadrupled their formaldehyde intake. What if they have to sit there for 6 hours on the weekend? What we've done is we've introduced inoculants. Somebody please make sure to ask what an inoculant is. That's why I'm introducing it at the end. We want you to be a biophilia, the love of life and other living things. And with that being said, more than anything, we want to make sure that you think, imagine, and believe that we can do these things. And please find our GoFundMe page, because we are doing an air quality study and we are trying to show that a salon can make and change the world. I'm Chris Kiss. Questions?
What's an inoculation?
Yay! We're really excited this year because basically the whole reason we want to do this study is that an inoculant is what the plant needs to actually truly do its job. It's not just the plant that NASA approved. It is taking a meta-study that's out there. Does anybody know what a meta-study is? Everyone's through all kinds of... I didn't know what it was. but it took everything out there and showed us that the inoculant is one of the main things that does that. It has to have activated carbon, for instance, in the soil to live in. We found out that we have a possibility of actually creating our own inoculant. Thanks to Matt and everyone. That's my plant guy. No, I'm just kidding. He is our horticultural therapist. What he does is he makes sure that we can deprive these plants, that they can live in the air, that we can produce that we introduce inoculants, carbon into the soil. Is that a question?
I don't know if I sneezed during it or what, but tell me what a VOC is for the initiative.
VOCs is the formaldehyde, for instance, that I was talking about. In our current implementation of our plant process, we have implemented into an old building. It's 21 years plus. We have new seating, desks, furniture coming in. Both the old building and the new furniture that's coming in is releasing gases. Those gases start affecting our air quality. For instance, if they use formaldehyde, comes out of this, well, the salon industry just acknowledged that formaldehyde is extremely toxic and that we had to take it out of our products here. We're forming state laws against it. Benzene is another one that we're looking at. Has anyone put a benzene monitor in their home yet? Well, if you haven't, they're out there. They're the same now as a fire, a little fire, meter, worrying about all that. Well, now we're putting these benzene meters in our home to make sure that the benzene doesn't rise. The VOC is the toxic elements that live in our air that we can literally take the NASA study, the implementation of the soil that we want to produce, and actually create and take out an environment. The meta study, for instance, said that a chrysanthemum, which was a very interesting plant to me, in a room that had 2,000 parts of formaldehyde per million, could take that out and reduce it 86 to 91% in 24 hours. Not over a week, not over a year. In 24 hours, all that formaldehyde can pretty much be taken out of the air. What we hope to prove in this city, in this sitting with the office, is to show them that they have a spike in formaldehyde from all the stuff that they have in the office, but because of our plants, along with the air filtration system, that we're actually taking it out, creating an environment, giving you more oxygen to let your mind work, taking out the toxic gases that cause emphysema, make a basic cold 3 times worse at work.
Is that a living plant or is it one of cut one?
Yeah.
Like a percent, you said that. Is that a cut percent?
What the meta study proved is that it wasn't just the NASA plants that work. It's much more than that. It's the absorption, it's the selection, it's the bacteria, the fungi, the algae that's in there. It's that carbon that's in there. So we're finding out that it wasn't just the plant that was doing it. And that what we're really excited about is hoping that the University of Florida, for instance, will come on board and actually study our soil. That Tampa Bay mulch will actually start producing a soil with a special inoculant in it that actually is focused on taking to a salon. Then we're not just talking about bamboo being a unique concept. That's the scalability that I keep getting so excited about and trying to contain myself. This is truly changing the salon industry. This is no longer putting an ammoniated salt on a woman or man's scalp and causing cancer years later. This is not woman that I looked up to for 30 years not being able to walk into her salon because my industry chose to not regulate something called ammonia, and now she can't do what she's worked her entire life for because there were no regulations. That's why organic isn't enough anymore. That's why eco, and I get passionate, and I'm the passionate, crazy hair guy. Yes.
How do you have a non-toxic hair dye if people want to dye their hair?
Because I can use metasilicate that's quartz powder that lines the earth that has a higher refraction rate than a diamond, but yet acts like ammonia.
Okay.
I can take vitamin C that has a high, antioxidant rate. Yes.
Why wouldn't anybody want that interactive in their house?
My question exactly. Scalability at its finest. We can also implement this to homes, people who have allergies. I can implement this to a nail salon. How many people have been to the nail salon this month? Don't lie. Don't lie. I look around the room. I know there's a couple of you. Thank you. An honest man. He has my heart. Story of my young queer life, but that's not the What I'm saying is that when we go into a salon, we see them with masks on. You really think that they're standing there because they are afraid that nail's going to jump in their throat? No. They're sitting there because they are in an industry that they have to use a chemical that you need, supposedly, but they have to breathe it 20 times, even though you only breathed it 1 time in 2 months. They get to breathe it 20 times a day, over and over and over again. Yes?
So if I wanted to apply these techniques to my office, how would I do that now?
We have a full system implement ready to go. I come in, I talk to you about where you want to put your plants, what plants are needed. We have everything broken down as far as understanding more of the soil. I get out and I do it. This isn't 10 people doing it. I build the soil. Matt, builds the soil. Matt goes in and covers all the plants and puts them out somewhere to the side so they get deprived of sunlight so they can live in the salon yet still do their job. She's not that pretty, but she's made it for 4 years, and I know she's doing something. This is the new one that has carbon and everything in it. We want to take the hair and treat it and no longer have to use charcoal, for instance. We can now take and finally find something to take and use that hair that the salon industry is producing. I want to take everything that we're doing and use it. That's sustainability at its finest. Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to create a certification or some type of,
Yes.
emblem for these salons to display and to be known on some site and social media wise that they are part of this?
Correct. That is our whole happy, joy over the University of Florida and the Pinellas County Extension Office. The fact that Mary brought the award to us, made my heart. I cried. Josh might have actually teared up, and he doesn't cry. I'm a big old baby, but we want to take this everywhere. We want to put it out there. We want to scream and shout, that look what LIG is doing. Because think about it. If someone's happier at work, we all know if we're happier at work, we do better at work. Well, if I increase your oxygen at work, if I take your toxins out at work, if that little plant, you know how many people when I set that plant down out of 21 offices, 21 cubicles, 16 offices, 2-floor facility, everybody I set a plant down to, out of all of them, I might have had 2 people actually go, I got to take care of it. No, that's what I'm here for. Oh, so even 2 people that thought they were going to have to take care of something, that's all, but that's the great thing about them. You don't even have to take care of them. I've squirted water in that a few times from a hair bottle, a water bottle, just in there, and never actually going on a cycle or anything. But it's doing a lot of things for the environment. Yes?
2 questions. Well, first of all, is the plant itself bioengineered in a way?
The plant itself is just an invasive species here in Florida, which I would actually like to start a program with the Pinellas County Extension Office to actually go out and retrieve these. So we talk about invasive or indigenous species here. We actually want to start a program to take those out. And
Second one, you touched on it because you talked about, in how the plant work. So you see see these trucks go around every day where people are renting these plants in the office. Have you thought about teaming up or partnering with a company that could have a presence?
Like tropics?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to. It'd make my day. Because I want to do, Josh and I did it so our client could be happier, so we could live, a long life. I'm trying to get people who haven't. Yes.
I would like to know about, you said you couldn't use soap.
Dial changed from triclosan to bucanate. You've seen their little, if anybody uses dial, they've got a cute little picture over the blue little caption. It's like you've had a thought, and it's butanate. Welcome. And my body said, butanate, get off me. My body rejected it. I basically have eczema that's very, very invasive. And, it caused a major reaction. So it's really important.
Is that you service these, you say, once you sell them to somebody?
Yeah.
Go in and service them?
I go in once a week right now to LIG and make sure that everything's clipped, clean, watered, inoculated. If it needs to be changed, we change it. Josh and I know that there's a true potential, separate, complete business for this.
Yes, you talked about salons, home offices. Talk about applying eco-friendly things in the food industry.
This would be great in your restaurants. Just think of, no difference. You're still producing gases. If you have a steakhouse, that grill, that stove, the reason you have to have the hoods, the filters, and all that, these are still going to be able to take it. We can take that meta study and find the exact plant that you needed, for instance, and apply that. So yes, it can be science and specified, but more than anything, our biggest focus is old, new construction, new implementation, plastics, book shelving. The reason that I'd rather, you're going to probably think it's sad, but this bottle, I hate to even confess it, a month plus old already. And why don't I buy that beautiful little container that sits on the shelves that they sell for $4? Because I don't know what plastic it is that it's actually going in. Nowhere on that bottle does it say food grade plastic. Yes.
Just in the remainder of time, maybe we could ask some questions more around the business. You did a great job explaining all the harmful things about salons and what the plants can do. From there, but maybe we could direct our questions now a little bit more towards as a business. Can you explain to us what your business model is, what you're selling, for how much, what places you've already sold into, what are your challenges to scaling that? If we could just maybe focus around that a little bit. I'd love to hear something like that.
Okay, what's that? Help me, Mayor. For instance, our implementation. Let's just go over what I did at LIG. Let's just use them. They're our numbers. They're our first one. We went in and we assessed what was coming in. We assessed where they were going. We assessed what their office was, how it was laid out. We went back to the drawing board, decided what plants needed to go where, what planters did we want to use. We did focus on the design. We understand that aesthetics for this day and age is still very important. I can't just come in and put everybody in black containers and yada, yada, yada. Matt is working on special containers that take all the thought even out of our more complicated, for instance, the peace lily. Peace lilies require more maintenance than sansevieria. We're introducing aloe, pythos, different, no, sorry, hold on. We're introducing the aloe vera plant. What's the other one that we just introduced? The spider plant. Yeah. The spider plant we're just introducing. The spider plant thrives the most on light. we go through and we decide all of those things. We then go through and actually go and get your soil and get that all prepared for you. For instance, on this particular job, we focused on making sure that nothing was harmed, so we treated all the plots with a non-toxic protectant so they would not leak, meaning that we accommodate whatever request is all I'm trying to use for that. We then went through, potted all the plants, implemented all of them. We're going to do an education, we're doing a study. We come in, we did a walkthrough where we check and see what the VOCs are as you walk through the room. We did a first weekend study, did an hour long, and that's where we found out that we have a spike. You're documenting all of this. So when you take this plant system on, you become part of the study. That's why we then want to take it onto the Pinellas County Extension Office and take that into the certification process.
Just really quick, you know how you go into businesses on the outside of the door, it has like a, review us on Yelp, or, it might say, different things, and there's different, emblems on doors you walk in or a window. One recommendation has something called like Bambu Eco Certified or something like that as an emblem, so that when people are entering a business, that they can see that they've started using what you have.
And the Pinellas County Extension Office, we actually have a little thing that we're going to be using. They're being very generous and helping us do the dangerous question.
Wonder how much that costs, is that $10 or?
I would love to say that it makes me $2.5 million a year, but it makes me $3 million richer in my heart. We are doing a consulting fee. The consulting fees range from $500 to $2,500 according to how extensive you want to go. This particular instance with the study and everything was $2,500 for the consulting fee. We're doing a class, we're doing certification, we're doing giving them full credit in the study. They got a lot out of it, and they got enough out of it that they're actually giving me a plaque, and then awarding Bambu a plaque in their office.
Does it include the plants?
Did 25 include the plants? No. But the plants are very inexpensive. We only, with their 21 cubicles, 16 offices, training center, a conference room, and 2 kitchens, the whole budget, plants, dirt, everything was $800.
Thank you.
So let's just compare that. That's a good thing. $3,500 for a plant system that already made it 4 years, or $10,000 for a HEPA filter system that does the same thing that you have to repair every 6
Does that
months.
include the monthly maintenance too? Or
Monthly maintenance is $25
$25.
a week.
So Chris, is this part of your advertisement or Bambu Eco Salon, or is it a separate company that you?
We've had to separate out. We are currently grant writers in the house, Rhonda as well, so I got all my family. Rhonda's currently trying to do everything in her power and guide us, and we're trying to get grants right now. So far we've been turned down. I don't think people that aren't truly involved in this are quite into it as much as we are, but we feel like it really is where the salon industry needs to go. There's too many things going on in the world that the salon industry, for instance, in St. Petersburg alone, 2,141 salons. Each chair uses 275 gallons of water a day. It takes 3 billion gallons of water to do it, and we waste 151 billion gallons a year to take care of that.
So I get to ask a final question then.
Yes.
What can the community do for you?
You can go to our GoFundMe and help us get this study fully off and running. Help us get our soil made. Help us show the world we are truly making the difference that we know we are because our clients see it, we see it. We don't have the effects that many salons we're seeing this all over. So truly we are here, yes, to say please help us get this air quality off and running. Everywhere we go, people say we're really cool. People say we're definitely in the right spot. But we feel like with this, we can truly change the whole industry as far as all the toxic products out there. Even if we continue using them, at least you, as a community member, no longer has to be harmed by them. That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm going to be able to take ammonia away from the salon industry, but I can say that I don't have to harm the waterways anymore. I can say that I don't have to harm your body anymore just so you can be beautiful.
Thank you, Chris. We apologize. We got a little too content. Daniel's been such a good job lining up all the caregiver accelerators that Marianne and I got a little lazy about it.
Oh, wait, I was involved.
Well, the fault may be more on this side of the room, but we apologize. We did not have a second presenter lined up for today, but we already have two for next week, two amazing companies booked. We hope to see you back again next week. Just a little bit of information about 1 Million Cups for those of you, it's your first time here. We take companies that are 4 years or less in business that are doing something innovative and scalable. So if you are at an early stage, if you are just at the idea stage, we've got a great presentation and pitch that we want feedback from the community on that kind of vet out your idea. That's awesome. If you started your business and you're struggling, you want to help get over a hump, and you want to ask the audience and the community here, hey, what should I try? What should I do? From people who may have already been through that experience before, we can help give feedback to them. So if you are one of those companies, you can register at 1 Million Cups. Just Google 1 Million Cups St. Pete. And just because you register doesn't mean that we throw you up here next week to present. It just gets you in the system and registers you as part of the community. You get to be recognized as a business as part of 1 Million Cups. Then if you're registered, there's a separate button after you register that says apply to present. That's when you then complete an application form about your business. We give you a call, talk to you about your presentation, and then schedule you at a time. The most important thing you can do for us today is on your social media, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you use, say, hey, I was at 1 Million Cups St. Pete, free buy, and presenters every week. It's 1MCSTP is our hashtag. There's a lot of great events up here on the board that Carly so nicely wrote them all up here. If you want to take a picture of that, the events are there, or you can sign up for our email newsletter, which is right in the back there by the door. A copy of all those events, links, and Lex's videos of these presentations are up on YouTube shortly after they happen. So that's about all for today. We'll see you next week.
Plenty of coffee.